Tigerlily. The woman who is always active on social media, IGB is name, and always making sure she's answering questions that she wants to answer and giving the answers that she wants to give. I say that because in one of my most recent videos, I spoke about how she nitpicks what she wants to respond to. 95% of the things that she responds to are all positive ones to make her look good. And then she does a few little here and there so she can make a point or make an example of other people. Or if she feels the need to have to clear her name. Now, as you can see, she has been on a row of posts, as you see all the way above. In fact, let's get a little bit closer to that line there, you know what I'm saying, okay? So, of course, as you can see here, there is a whole big row of so many things that she has posted. But we're not here for every single one of them. Let's not get it twisted, okay, folks? Let's calm it down. We're here just for a few of them. Now, let's start off with this one here. As you can see, ask me anything. And he starts off by saying, disappointed with your hubs. Nows is on the spectrum. The other guy in a wheelchair. To be honest with you, I am sick and tired of hearing people talking about Nows being on the spectrum. And to be honest with you, the fact that this person said, and the other guy's in the wheelchair, do you know what this told me? These told me that the person who decided to make this comment towards Tigerlily is someone that clearly has not watched the show. And if they have not watched it properly, because for starters, it's Niles, not Miles. And most importantly, no one in their right mind would even think to defend Brian, the other guy in the wheelchair. So let's get into what Tigerlily had to say in response. So, as we can see here in front of our eyes, Tigerlily decided to respond by saying, as a professional with a background in working with people with disabilities, he didn't seem on the spectrum to me. But regardless if he is, it doesn't give a free pass to be an asshole. All my husband was saying was that he's not taking any advice from someone who was a drug dealer, cheating on his wife, and got himself in a situation to be shot, which led to him being in a wheelchair. Pretty sensible to me. To be fair though, there is truth to what she's saying here. I'll be lying to you if I said that I disagree with what she says here, because the grand scheme of it, actually not tell a lie, I definitely disagree or don't like the fact that she said that she had no idea that Niles was on the spectrum, because I know full fact she would have had an idea. She needs to have an idea. Do you know why? Because you see, before the tell-all is filmed and before the show itself is even aired to all of us folks, did you know that 90-day cast members of that season are all sent copies of the season to watch it before it airs for the purposes of having an opinion ready for when they do the tell-all? But there's a catch. They send them, okay, a copy of the season, all right, but they don't send them the version that includes their journey. Okay, why? Because they need to make sure that everybody turns up to the tell-all. So of course, if people were able to see how they were portrayed on the show and they didn't like it, that means couples will be in a position where they could refuse to do what? Refuse to appear on the tell-all. So they do it quite slick. They do it quite smart. So therefore, she would have been able to know that he was on the spectrum, given the fact that Niles in his very first ever episode, he says what? He tells us that he is autistic. So the fact that she said that, okay, love, whatever you say. But everything else that she had to say here, in terms of the fact that he does not give Niles, the permission to be, or the excuse to be an a-hole, I agree with that. Because Niles, I don't know what he was smoking, I don't know what he ate, but this guy was on edge the whole tell-all. He was going for everyone's throat. So much that he was out there telling Adnan that he was going to break his face. Like, yo, what the hell is that all about? Don't get me wrong though, privately, Adnan did say to Tigerlily that if people don't behave, then he might have to kill someone. And kind of sad because he's mentioned that a few times, to be honest. So, hey, I'm definitely going to pull him up on that one. I kind of didn't put it into my video of the tell reaction, but yeah, I'm bringing it back into the surface right now. But the difference between it is that Niles is fully telling people to their faces, hey, I'm about to break your neck. That's not a good look. saying something in private compared to saying it to the people, yeah, that can definitely make you look as if you got some sort of mental physical issues, you know what I mean, like as if you can't handle certain things. But either way though, we also did experience now literally tell Lauren to walk off a cliff. Literally, he said to him, if somebody told you to walk off a cliff, would you do it? And Lauren said, yeah, I would. And Niles goes, well, why haven't you done it then? And then Lauren is like, actually, no, I have actually done it a few. Oh my days, that went south. But either way, though, Niles was definitely showing that he's somebody that has a very aggressive side, especially with the scrunching of the face. There was just no need for it. So was he being a bit of an arsehole or complete arsehole? I do agree. Don't get it twisted. But also on top of that, when you talk about Brian now, Adnan did make a fair point. Why would he take advice from somebody who legit spent his 20s, 30s selling drugs, cheating on his wives, and by the time he was even 30, he had what, 2 or 3 wives by then, which means 2 or 3 divorces, okay? And then also on top of that, somebody who got himself in a situation where he got, obviously shot and then ended up in the wheelchair. But to be honest with you, I personally would not taking advice from Brian because of those things in the past. That's not why I would be. I would not be taking advice from Brian for a simple reason. Because even at the age of 50 plus, this man is still got a track record where he has married, he has engaged, and he has divorced, and he has broken up with so many, or had them break up with him, with so many women till this day. That clearly tells this is a man that does not know how to keep a woman, nor does he know how to, keep his home, a safe haven for women to even want to stay in it. Do you see what I'm saying? Those are reasons that I would have gone with. But with that being said, though, like I said to you folks before, there is more. So let's get into the next one. Wasn't going to talk about this one, but this is an example of Tigerlily, okay, in terms of how she has to make sure things look good as well for the most part. All I'm saying is your husband made me laugh the entire time. He's hilarious. She's like, I was dying too. I want to watch it again so I can skip through to his parts. Do you know who she would actually be so good in a relationship? Well, no, that's a lie. Do you know who would have the slowest conversation of 90-day history? If you had Mohammed and Tigerlily having a conversation together, oh my goodness gracious me. It would take a very, very long time for them two to get to that bloody point. It would like listen to two sloths talking. But anyway, we continue. Now, she does confirm in this post in particular when somebody asked the question, is your husband in the USA for good or was it just for the terror? She says for good. He said in the beginning that his spousal visa came through. There you go. There's a confirmation, right? To be fair, she didn't have to say that he said it in the beginning because, listen, there were some people that didn't get a chance to watch the terror because, well, currently right now, Discovery Plus and Max aren't exactly airing it on TV. So, yeah. No, I mean, sorry, they're not like airing it on the apps. You have to watch it when it's live, so give him a break. But hey, we know Tigerlily, she always needs to have that attitude. Now, of course, we did experience Adnan tell Tigerlily to be careful when she was speaking. And as you can see, the question brings us here by saying, why did he tell you to be careful on the terror before you spoke? She says, he was actually protecting me when he said that because he knows of the NDAs I have in place. Okay. So I don't know if these NDAs are NDAs regarding TLC, which I don't think they are. These must be NDAs to deal with other things. I don't know if these things were to do with maybe her divorces. I don't know, but maybe it's because somebody do something completely different. But either way, though, do we want to believe that this is the reason why he told her to be careful? Or did he tell her to be careful because, he didn't want her to say the full truth about how she feels about him? I guess that's something that we can only have our own assumption. My assumption is he told her to be careful because, he likes to make sure that he can control his woman. But hey, we'll get into that. Of course, back with the positive. Hey, she's always going to find a way to make her man look good. And look at this one here. Somebody said to her, just want you to know. Your husband doesn't look like control. It's clear he's trying to protect you and your marriage. You also do not look afraid to speak. We've seen you speak up for yourself. People do not understand the respect your husband and he respects you. I'm so glad you're not taking other people's opinions to heart. There's no way they know your real life. Wishing you success and continued prosperity. I mean, okay. The way I look at it is this. Tigerlily has chosen to lay in the same bed with this man, and whatever happens in her life, whatever happens in their relationship between them two, that may not be for the good. Let's just say that a whole bunch of us told her so. And not only just a whole bunch of us, but also including her own personal friends. And she didn't want to listen, so hey. But let's keep it positive. And let's say, hopefully, this statement here is completely true to their relationship, and there is no worse to come in the future. I'm just adding this one in because I want to speak on it myself. I read somewhere that that's not your real voice. Is this true? She goes, it's my real voice. Okay, whatever you say, let's be real. I know for a full fact, right? I forgot which state or which city it is, right? Is it Tennessee? Is it Memphis? I'm not too sure. I saw this on a show somewhere, or a movie or a TV show, whatever, okay? But there was a time back in the day, way before all of our times, every single one of us. Actually, to be fair, it could be a lie. It could be between some of our times. There's a certain area in America where women were literally put in a position where women just naturally spoke very slowly and very delicately. Now, the reason I bring it up is because you see, there's a certain woman called Kim Kardashian, right? Who her and people around her who are actually trained to speak like that. Okay? Why? I don't remember the reason, because I clearly didn't care to want to remember the reason. To be fair with you, I didn't even care for the information, but I be around certain people that just be saying things around me or be telling me things, and I just have to be like, yeah. And then somehow I seem to remember these things partially. So my point being is that, look at it this way, Tigerlily, it is not ironic that you sound similar, or if not exactly the same as Kim Kardashian, regarding the pace of how you speak, regarding how you stretch your words out when you speak, and also the tone of your voice. If you pay attention now, there are certain people like the Kim Kardashians, like the Tigerlilies, and other people around that circle, okay, of a certain circle, they are taught. There's actually professionals that come in and tell them how they need to speak. That's why whenever you see Kim Kardashian on TV and she's speaking, the woman never skips a step, because she's been trained since day. You know what I'm saying? So really and truly, I'm just saying, in my opinion, I don't believe that's your real voice. You have literally trained yourself to sound soft, delicate, and innocent, because that's how you want to be perceived. But in reality, we all know that as sweet, soft, and innocent as you may want to portray yourself, we all know that some people would want to say we all know that BICT hate side of you. And then some of us may want to keep it a bit more cordial and be like, we just know that you can have a little bit of a feistiness. You know what I mean? Because let's be real, the way she responds with some of these messages, let's be real, this is somebody that's very, very aware of what they are doing, because they're trying to portray a certain picture. Because in reality, with that pretending picture and they show who they really are, we're going to be sitting there thinking, yeah, you are really a arsehole. But we continue. Crazy thing is, there's parts I've actually added in this that was never part of the plan, but I've kind of got carried away. But this one I was definitely meant to add. Let's get into this one, okay? So in this one itself in particular, as we can see in front of our eyes here, how do you feel when others characterize you as being controlled or oppressed? As you can see, she says, I feel that, my apologies, I'm doing this completely incorrect. She says, I feel, do you know what, let me stop doing that, to be fair. I'm annoying myself, to be honest with you. I feel that they don't know the difference between the two words. Why would I uncover myself to please anyone or to please society? I have the freedom to wear what I want. It's literally oppression if you are telling me that I can't cover up, which is a complete double standard if you're saying my choice only applies to women who want to undress. So here's the thing. We know that originally when the season started, Tigerlily was more than happy to want to dress however she wanted to dress. She wanted to wear things that even showed a little bit of skin. To be fair, did she ever show too much skin? From my memory, I don't think she did. I think she's obviously started to show less skin as time has gone on, but it was never to the point where she was as rebellious as Nicole. You know, Nicole Mahmoud? Yeah, it wasn't to that kind of level, and she definitely wasn't dressing like a Darcy or Stacey. So her dress code really has never been that deep, but I see what she's done here. At first, I was like, hold on a minute, you're contradicting yourself. But here's the thing. In the most recent episode of the Terror, okay, regarding the comment here where she says, which is a complete double standard, my apologies, not the Terror. In one of the episodes throughout the season, okay, she did say to him, listen, if I'm going to have certain rules, you need to have the same rules as well. And to be fair, she did lay down the law, and at the tail, they did confirm that, or not, Adnan himself even said that, certain things that I don't want her to do, I will not do either. In fact, even when they were in the back and she was like, yeah, you must get a man to be your doctor, you must get a man to do your makeup and to do your hair and stuff, that was obviously proof to say that despite the fact that this man's come into her life and he has told her what she can and cannot wear, it doesn't change the fact that because she has then contested him, he has actually been like, okay, cool, I'll do it too. So to be honest with you, it does make me wonder, is she really controlled that much? Because someone did make a point, I don't know if I read it to be fair already, but I did see one here where somebody did say that, what did they say now? God damn, we're kind of in my head. But anyway, point being is this, is that, that's it. Somebody said that she does actually, people are confused, because people are not seeing the bigger picture, or not seeing probably because she has definitely used her voice throughout the season whenever she's wanted to. And let's be real, if we look at it this way, the time that she's used her voice, she's actually won for the most part. Now I think about it, damn, have I been blind too? Yes, I have. Because she wanted, obviously, his brother to not have the power of attorney anymore. What happened? She got that. She wanted him to basically dress covered up the same way she wanted to. What happened? He did that too. When they both went swimming, he was covered up with the top as well. So to be fair with you, she definitely does voice herself when she needs to, and she definitely gets her own way when she needs to. Maybe not all the time, but so far, based on what we've seen, she got away for the most part. I just think because Adnan is so loud and so crazy with it, we just pay attention more to the way he behaves. And because she's so quiet and timid and innocent, we kind of overlook that, to be fair, she has voiced herself and she has got away. Damn. Anyway, we move on. This one made me giggle. What were your impressions of some of your fellow cast and night day cast mates? I don't really get involved in others' lives, so they aren't really on my mind. But if they come for me, then I'll destroy them. Oh my goodness gracious me. Someone that has very soft, timid voice wouldn't say those kind of things. We all know you weren't innocent. God damn, girls are here looking for blood. It's crazy though, because her husband be talking about, hey, in private, I'm gonna have to kill people. And she's like talking about she's gonna destroy people. Maybe these two are more alike than we thought. Maybe she's just as bad as him. Is it me only that felt everyone was attacking Adnan? Also, filming 6 weeks after birth. She responds by saying, thank you, and yes, jealousy can make people haters. Adnan came out being respectful of everyone at first, but when the show but when they show us disrespect, then we get it right back. I ain't gonna lie to you, he did come in originally and he did say that he's gonna be play nice unless people obviously come at him, and that is like what happened. Damn. You know what? When I first planned to make this video, I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm gonna be ripping apart this and that, and now I'm out here realizing not many lies were told. Some were, some wasn't. God damn. Anyway, we continue. To be fair though, but this is an example of what I was saying before when it comes to Tigerlily. She makes sure that whatever post that she makes on her social medias are posts that put her in a good light. You see what I'm saying, okay? At least that's her attempt anyway for those people who, are probably not online. The people that just watch the show but they don't actually come online and actually, find out the reality of how bad these people are. Even in this one here, someone says, girl, I'm so annoyed at how they treated you guys. How the cast treated you guys. We got your back. She's like, Adnan definitely puts them in their place. They just can't handle it. Like, yo, anybody right now that was ever in a position where you was like, Tigerlily shouldn't be with this man and we feel sorry for her, all that kind of stuff, yeah, to the hell with that. These two are made for each other. Why do you allow Adnan to control you and silence you? Put him in his place. Are you watching the same show? I don't see him controlling me, and I definitely don't see him silencing me. His place is my husband, my leader, my king, just as I am his queen. Yeah. Brian used Adnan to be portrayed differently because he is toxic. Adnan's right. I mean, there's no lies told in this one. Ooh, this one is an interesting one. Not a question. I just wanted to add that people that don't understand the religion and culture think of this as a controlling your husband just doesn't want other men looking at you like a piece of meat. The same point was made when he asked Matilda. I had to deal with the same thing when me and my husband at first got together. Wishing you both the best in your marriage and family. So here's the thing, Inshallah. I think I said that incorrectly. I do apologize. So she says, thank you. And did you notice how Niles got mad because Matilda sided with Adnan? Then he loses his temper and takes Adnan. Big mistake. This is the thing. And this was the problem. This is what I spoke about, right? Niles' reaction was not the one. And therefore he went from trying to make Adnan look like he was this villain to then ending it with him looking like the villain. And to be fair, that drama is about to continue in the next episode of next week, from my understanding. But hey, I guess we have to wait and find out for that one. Why did Adnan say nice things about Vanya to Bozo, but then later on switched up on her? Adnan said in the beginning he'll be respectful to everyone until he's been disrespected. When Vanya was disrespectful towards our relationship, Adnan switched as a normal human being. To be fair, I can't even disagree, because he was hella nice to her for her segment, and then boom, Wagner then started talking about her, started having her opinion on their relationship, which some people can say she was right to, because, well, their relationship isn't exactly, but at the same time, though, for me personally, I'm going to say she was wrong to, because I don't know how you're having an opinion on someone else's relationship when you can't even sustain one, and you literally spend a season with 2 different men. The only time I see someone spend a season with 2 different men, if possible, would be on The Single Life. You wasn't even on that. So yeah, let's just let that one sink in amongst other nonsense that, Vanya was doing. I know you said if Adnan is disrespected, then he will do the same back, but that's against his religion. This one is an interesting one, to be fair. Let's get into it, okay? So, as you can see here, this person says, my apologies. Tigerlily responds by saying arrogance towards an arrogant person is charity. Because if you are humble towards him, he will continue astray. And if you are arrogant towards him, he will be aware. Hence, Shafi said, be arrogant towards an arrogant person twice. And I'm not too sure which one it says, Al-Zuhri, I'm not too sure, I do apologize, said, arrogance towards the people of the world is the strongest bond of Islam. And on the authority of Abdu, may God Almighty have mercy on him. The worst of the wrongdoers is he who humbles himself before those who do not. He turns to him, and it was said that arrogance may be an abomination. I don't know what's going on here, but it is what it is. The arrogant person. Not to elevate himself, so it is praiseworthy like arrogance towards the ignorant and the rich. Okay? Arrogance towards someone who is arrogant towards you with his money is humility. Otherwise, when fighting with the infidels to break their power and make for fear, terror, and upon them. I ain't gonna lie to you, I have no idea what any of that means. There were so many arrogance towards an arrogant person that I was lost. But I wanted to share this one with you guys, despite the fact that I botched the reading there, so you can let me know your thoughts now, because that was a whole lot of repetition that my mind was just going crazy with. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that one. We are now here, the final one. Honestly, I think you should befriend Vanya. She's got really good advice. Tigerlily responds, says, I should take advice from someone who has premarital sex, walks around pretty much naked in public, and can't keep a man? I mean, to be fair, she definitely didn't need to comment on the walks around naked type stuff, because Tigerlily, don't act like you've been innocent your whole life. But maybe you've always wore more clothes than Vanya in public your whole life. Fair enough, I give that to you. No worries. It is what it is. But I don't feel like that comment really was powerful enough. Yeah. Especially, do you know what I mean? Like you're an American woman who has only just converted, or I think you converted, and you've only now had new beliefs. Don't be a hypocrite to your past. You see what I'm saying? But I do agree, though. Why would I take advice from Vanya? A person who can't keep a man. Yeah, that's ludicrous. Nonetheless, though, 24 minutes and 30 plus seconds later on, I'm still here, and this video was only meant to be literally about 8 minutes. Nonetheless, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.